Hi everyone, it's Jen here from Tarot Spirit. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be using the Anna K Tarot. I guess some cards are already coming out. I think today I'm going to do, whoops, here we go, categories. I'm not going to look what this one was. Okay. Categories. And I think I'm going to do sort of love relationships, sort of your home life, out of work life, your work life, and then I'm going to do a card about your sort of spiritual inner self work, sort of, yeah, these are more mundane cards, more sort of your spiritual path, life purpose. Let's, for the fun of it, let's look at the bottom. So we have the Eight of Rods. So there's things will be moving quickly this coming week. We may be getting messages that are the catalyst for change. She's very happy to be receiving this. Often in the traditional decks, there are 8 rods sort of flying through the air at you, and they often you don't necessarily see them coming, so they can be a little bit panic-inducing just because you were like, whoa, oh my God, I haven't had time to really think this through, even though they're often very positive. So I think we need to be open to accepting new opportunities this week. And it doesn't mean we have to be rushed, but just to sort of be open to seeing them as the opportunity they are, instead of getting stressed out because things seem to have happened maybe faster than you were comfortable with. Okay, love. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles. Lovely card. So this card is all about a very strong, solid foundation. It can be about inheritance. Really, it's about a card about legacy. So, if you're in a relationship with someone, this will be a good week to really talk about, what your goals are. What type of legacy do you want to leave behind? How many kids do you want to have? How are you going to plan to take care of your kids? Do you have a college fund started, an inheritance? Do you have trust documents so that if something were to happen to you, everyone knows what the plan is, and things will stay out of court, things like that. And if you're younger or not coupled, what type, envision, the family or the atmosphere that you want to create. You can still be working towards these things and envisioning and making decisions about how you want to, when you are to be in a relationship, like what's important to you. Do you want kids? Do you don't want kids? Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to live in the suburbs? Because it doesn't mean you don't have to compromise on some of those things. But if you really know where you want to go and what's important to you, and you can communicate that to a partner in the future, it just, having these very practical conversations often don't happen, and they're very important. So this is a very practical love card this week. But it's really about what legacy do you, what type of family do you want to create, and what legacy do you want to leave when you pass on for your loved ones. Okay, now I have to remember. So this was home. And another pentacle card. So outside of work, there's going to be, it could be very mundane, like you're going to volunteer your time and, at a shelter or any type of charity event. And, this card is all about giving and receiving. If you have a need, someone will be there to help you. And then if you have the ability to give, that, it's important to pay things forward and pass that along. So I guess in your home life and on your downtime, um, maybe think of ways this week that you can, it doesn't have to be a huge thing, especially, if you have families and stuff, you don't have a lot of time on your hands anyway. But, little ways that you can give back and pay things forward. I've always find that giving, when I help other people, that I often feel like I get more than they get, because I find it very fulfilling. So maybe try to explore ways that you can give back this coming week. In work, we have the Four of Pentacles. So we have 3 Pentacle cards, interesting now, out. So this one, I love the version in this Anna Kay Tarot, because you can see this man is so he's protecting his possessions so much that he's literally built a wall between himself and his family, or these other people. And they're just kind of like, hey, what about us? Like, that's great that you're accumulating all this wealth and everything, but to the exclusion of the family that you're supposedly trying to support and protect. I really see this card as a card of boundaries. So in the workplace, I guess I would ask you to examine if, I think often people, we kind of can get sort of stubborn in the workplace and think, well, I'm not doing that, and that's stupid, and that's not going to work. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves that, we're being paid to do a job. And of course, no, we're not going to do anything unethical or wrong or anything like that. However, we are there to do the job that the people that hired us want us to do. So be careful you're not putting up boundaries that maybe aren't your boundaries to put up in the workplace. At the same time, perhaps there are some boundaries that you need to strengthen if people are taking advantage of you or treating you poorly. Because just because someone's paying you doesn't mean they can be disrespectful. It's very tricky in the workplace. So, oops. I don't know who's FaceTiming me. Yeah, so I think I finished with that card. Sorry for the interruption. And then spirituality. I don't know who that is. I'm very sorry. Oh, and the 8 of Pentacles. So all Pentacles except for the underlying card, and that was an 8, and now we have the 8. So I absolutely love this card in the spirituality position, because to me, that's the essence of this card. It is finding something that you absolutely love to do, that you want to spend just all your free time trying to at this craft, and you just become completely present when you're doing this, and it becomes almost a spiritual experience, and it's just feeds your soul. So I would definitely say that finding an outlet for that feeds your soul, and making sure you carve out time this week is going to be very important. So I'm sorry, I seem to have someone urgently trying to get in touch with me. So I'm going to do a power thought card since they stopped. I really apologize for the distractions. I hope everyone had a nice week. I've kind of become obsessed with crystals lately, and especially these raw ones. I don't know. I just love them. Okay. I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. So really tap into your intuition and gut this week. They're really absolutely lovely cards. You know, Pentacles do have a spiritual side to them, so find ways to interject, your soul purpose, your spiritual nature, and into your everyday life. And I hope you have a really nice week. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.